Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Bat Châtillon 155-55. It's the Tier 9 French SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Serene Coast, and this one is under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and his first entry in this week's competition to win the Weekend Lion. Game on! Okay, 155mm howitzer, capable of 680 alpha, penetrating through 48mm of armour and 7.6 meters of the burst radius. Stun duration between 12 and 27 seconds. Now, we already know that this Arty does have difficulty penetrating the tanks of tier 10, but it might be able to penetrate through tier 9. And we've landed in a tier 9 game with tier 8 tanks in it, so possibility of getting some pens, but if he's got to select the right tank in order to do that. Okay, he's looking for targets. He's gone to the right place because there's bound to be some enemy tanks up this corner. There nearly always is. And he's lined it up where he expects them to appear, but nobody's spotted yet. Okay, there is an enemy. In fact, they're a bit behind. He's expecting them to come to view any second. Look at this, they're coming in together. Rounds out. Oh, perfect shot! He stunned both of them at the same time. Now, you notice he actually fired from inside the cap area. What he's actually doing is just getting some early hits in from this area before he moves on to somewhere else. And we can see all the enemy tanks have turned up virtually simultaneously, and he's ready to fire. Lines up, rounds out, and another hit. 205 this time. Yes, one of the good things about this Arty is the rate of fire it puts out. 28.76 by the book, but you can see here that Talon's got 23.99, which means that shells are going out once every 20 seconds or thereabouts, which means a lot of shells downrange. Wait for it. He's pulling back. Okay, go for it. Rounds out. Yes! Oh! He got the kill! The shell appeared to explode underneath the track, but it actually took the tank out altogether. So I reckon that that shell reflected from the ground and took out the tank in the process. Turned it into a wreck. Okay. Ready. Rounds out. Well, the tank he fired at died, but he did damage the tank that was behind him. So he actually did get something out of that one, even though the IS-6 was pulling back. He got 239, then he picked up stun assist, and he's moving to change position, get out of counter battery fire. It's funny that both Angelina and Talon had picked the same tank, and they both seem to be having really good games. Oh, another one! 331! Chasing round the corner of the map. I like this. This is good tactics. He's not staying still. He's keep moving with his teammates. And as they get close to the enemy, he gets closer so they can attack them. Okay, good spot. Okay, he's loaded. Ready to shoot. There's an enemy down there, G-Saw. Okay, now this guy is running away. It's an ISU 122-2. Rounds out. Landed behind him for some splash. Couple of enemy tanks over here. The Unis does have low armor, but it also has sloped armor on the front, so it does bounce rounds. Can we get a shot in this Leopard? Possibly. He's not loaded yet, but he is now. In fact, he's got a red line because he's trying to fire over the rock, and it hits the rock instead. Now, I've noticed there's a couple of tanks trying to get in from the peninsula, but there's only 4 tanks left on the enemy team, and it looks like they're winning this one hands down. So he needs to get another round downrange as quickly as possible so he can get more damage. Okay, well, one of those is a TNHT Viz 51. There he is, out the peninsula. We're waiting for the turret to turn round. Almost there. There we go. Okay, now let it settle. Looks good. Rounds out. Oh, he got damage. Only 88, but he did get some damage. And now he's trying to get a shot on the Skoda. That's the mutant that got held up at the cap area. He's taking a bit of a pasting because he's trying to take on 2 tanks at the same time. We're almost loaded. Oh, we're getting a bit of movement going on here. I'm wondering what's going on. I think that maybe because we're repositioning. Unfortunately, the mutant went down, but he fires around it. Oh, he got the kill! And that's his 2nd kill of the game for Talon. There's only 1 enemy left, and our team are now piling into the cap area. I think they ought to be going for the Skoda as quickly as they can. Talon's going up onto this ridgeline to shoot because, after all, he doesn't want any obstructions. And that's it. The last enemy's gone, and they've won. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a 3rd-class tanker for Talon 1958 of OLIMP in the Bat Châtillon 155.55. He managed to get a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7, and his win rate in the game was 1,826, which is very good, but sadly it wasn't enough to beat Angelina. If you remember, Angelina actually at this moment has a 2nd class and a Brothers in Arms, so technically a medal, and a win rate of 1619, which means that Talon, unfortunately, is behind her on this list. There you go. He's back. And yes, even though he's got a better win rate, he's actually behind her because Angelina's got a medal and he's got a 3rd class, she's got a 2nd class. But he has sent in another replay, so we'll watch that in a second and see if he can beat her with that one. The highest damage in the game went to the Skoda T56 on Talon's team, 3,736. 2nd highest damage, the ISU 122-2, who got, 2,570. And the 3rd highest was the Strip K with 2,518. Talon got 1,612. When it came to kills, he's actually in joint 2nd place because the Barras managed 3, the Skoda T56 got 2, so did the Strip K, the Leopard prototype, and Talon. And only 1 player on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and that was their ISU 122-2. In fact, we can see that only 5 players on the enemy team actually managed to get kills in that game. When it came to base XP, he's actually in 6th place on base XP. The highest scorer being the Skoda T56 again. 942 went to the Barask, and 888 went to the Striv K. Talon went 771. Let's have a look at detail. 9 shots fired, so he didn't get a chance to fire a lot of shells, but what he did fire, he did get some direct hits. 6 of them in total. 10 splashes, damage of 1,612, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 2, so missed out on getting a Confederate because he got so many kills. 975 hit points for stun assist off 8 stuns. He actually earned 99,313 credits on a premium account, and he got an 80,000 mission completion in there and 2,313 experience points. So overall, he could have actually picked up a Confederate if only he hadn't killed so many tanks, but That's because sometimes it's better to kill tanks than it is actually to take just some damage. But in this case, his team were just so good, there was little chance for him to pick up the extra hits that would have given him the Confederate. Anyway, good result, and it means that Angelina's still in the lead. But let's have a look at the second replay and see if Talon can beat her with that one. And the second replay is from the north spawn of Pilsen. Game on. Well, this one's a tier 10 game, and he's switched to the Bat Châtillon 155-58, which is the tier 10 French SPG. Now, it's got a 3-shot autoloader with a 10-second gap between each shot, and he's throwing it around. Drive it like you stole it, I think that's the term, isn't it? Yes. Well, he certainly purloined this one. Okay, he's headed off into the northwest corner of the map, right into the corner. And he's positioned himself in such a way that he can actually then move the moment he's fired his first round. And oh, look at this, the Hori 3 is well alight. Somebody set him alight. Get the barbecue ready. Rounds out. Landed behind him, unfortunately. They do say if the enemy actually does get set alight, they're much more susceptible to being hit again. Oh, and he hit the hull of the Jaegeru. Now he's got one more shell left, and he's loaded. Okay, who's going to be the target? That's the thing. Oh, Foch! Hello, Mr. Foch. Rounds out. Direct hit. 247 stun assist, and oh my god, look at that, that's a big one. 556. So even though he didn't actually do any major damage, he got stun assist off him in a big way, and he's picking it up. Now this one was designed in 1958. This is the follow-on to the version that was actually made or designed in 1955. Wasn't quite right. They didn't like that design. They wanted an autoloader, and the first version was a single-shot loader. Okay, he's coming up. He's almost loaded. The standard reload, 49.86. He's got 45. First shot does damage to the Jaegeru, 212. Going back to the corner. Oh, he's just got some stun assist off that Jaegeru. So he obviously got spotted. Okay, this AMX-50B sitting here in the coal yards. Rounds out, sitting stationary, and takes a hit. Didn't get a direct hit, but it did land close enough to get splashed. Okay, we've got another one there, which is the Super Conk. And he's sitting on that corner. Yes, that would make a lovely target. Rounds out. Direct hit on the lower plate, I think. And he's now to reload again. Now, the enemy Arty in this game is a Conqueror gun carriage and an Object 261. The 261 loads quicker, but he's now out the game. He got found by a Bat Chat, and that's the end of his one. Now, the Bat Chat's going up into that corner. He should spot the Conqueror gun carriage any second. And when he does, there you go. Target. And he's almost loaded. 3 shells. He will be able to... Oh, no, we won't. Bat Chat took that one. Now, he might actually be able to come up behind the enemy now. And we have got a couple of enemies sitting in these sheds. And there's that Super Conk again. Dialed in. And rounds out. Lands in front, but it stuns him. Can't hit that guy because he's behind the buildings. So we're lining up another shot on that corner. 2 to go. Rounds out. Another splash, but it only stunned. If he comes forward, we should be able to get another shot. He knows we're an autoloader. Rounds out. Again, lands just in front of him. Okay, he's seeing what he can do. Looks like there's... Oh, now that's interesting. The Bat Chat didn't leave the corner, and he's found a CS63, who's still got plenty of health. So we really ideally need to help our Bat Chat. We can land around near him. We might be able to stop the CS63. Unfortunately, we can't stop him in time, and he does go down. But we can still do some damage to this one. Rounds out. Just missed him. Needs a bit more lead. Okay, line up the target. Oh, he stopped. When they stop to take a shot, that's when they make a big mistake. 55 hit points from that one. We get another round into him. Lead the target. That's it. Rounds out. Oh, and we stunned him. So there comes the stun assist again. In fact, 1,806 stun assists so far. So this looks like it could be a better game when it comes to the mastery mark. There's only 3 enemies left. One down the south on the east side, and that's what we're looking at right now, the K91. And I think that lion is going to get the better of him. Okay, there's the next one, the Bosch. Okay, he got stopped by the building. Rounds out. Good shot. Direct hit. He goes down, and we got the stun. And that means now that's it. The game's over. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the second class tanker for talon1958 in the Bat Châtillon 155-58. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He managed to get 8, and his win rate from the game was only 671. He didn't get a lot of actual damage, but he did do a lot of stun assist, and that's what helped him to get the second class tanker. He's saying the curse is broken, that at last he's managed to break the third class and has actually got a second class, but it's still not enough to beat Angelina, because if you remember, Angelina's got a second class and a Brothers in Arms, so she's got a second class and a medal and a fairly good win 8. Now, even though Talon's win 8, well, is low, it means he's catching up with her. He hasn't beaten her yet. She's still in the lead, but he's getting closer. So let's have a look at the team score and see where he came. Well, as you can see, he didn't do much damage at all. In fact, only 850 hit points for Talon. The high scorer being the Bosch 155 on the enemy team, the guy he actually hit with 3,034 to him. Second highest being the Jaegerud, 2,898. And the third highest being the Gorilla 15 with 2,896. When it came to kills, we can see the high scorers were the Wizzy 11115A and the 60TP. Both got 3 kills each. Talon didn't get any. And when it came to base XP, he's a little further up the table, because as you saw, he did get a lot of stun assists in that game. So he got 793. But the high scorer in this game was in fact the Wizzy 11115A with 874, with 842 going to the 60TP and 842 going to the Viz 55 as well. He fired 13 rounds in the game, which means he was firing plenty of ammo at the enemy, just wasn't getting a whole lot of actual damage, but quite a bit of stun assist. He got 4 direct hits on the enemy, none of them penetrated, but he did get 10 splash. Damage of 850, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 5 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he came very close to getting a Confederate. And 2,566 hit points of stun assist of 12 stuns, and that's how he managed to get the second class tanker. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 29,126 credits, and he got 5 bombs because it was tier 10, and 2,379 experience points out of it. So at least he's getting there. He's getting closer to Angelina's score, but he's not there yet. She's still got the better of him for the moment. And there will be more replays coming in, I'm pretty sure of it, before the weekend. So we'll have to wait and see Will Talon beat Angelina, or is she unconquerable? Well, we'll find out sooner or later. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.